George Herbert Walker Bush was a renowned American politician from the Republican Party who served as the President of the United States of America from 1989 to 1993, after succeeding fellow Republican Ronald Reagan. Bush was the 41st President of the United States, having served as the Vice President under the Reagan administration for 2 terms from 1981 to 1989. Bush spent his early career in the United States Navy and was also an oil tycoon. Bush began his political career in 1966 after being elected to the House of Representatives. He has held several key political positions in his career such as United Nations Ambassador, Republican Committee Chairman, United States Ambassador to China, Central Intelligence Director, etc. Bush is the oldest former U.S. President and Vice President alive. His son George W. Bush also went on to become the President of USA. Bush was born on June 12, 1924 in Milton, Massachusetts, as one of the 5 children born to Dorothy Walker Bush and her husband Prescott Sheldon Bush. Bush was raised in Greenwich, Connecticut along with his 4 siblings, sister Nancy Walker, Bush Ellis and brothers Preston Bush Jr., William H. D. Bush and Jonathan Bush. Bush attended the Greenwich Country Day School, Greenwich, Connecticut, after which he enrolled into Phillips Academy, Andover, Massachusetts, where he was student council secretary and captain of soccer and varsity baseball teams. Bush then enlisted into the U.S. military to serve in the Second World War. After completing his military service, Bush attended Yale University, from where he graduated in 1948 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics. Bush began his career in the oil business and made his first million before turning 40 in the year 1964. He then embarked on a political career and in 1966, was elected to the House of Representatives. In 1971, Bush was appointed United Nations Ambassador by President Richard Nixon and was named Republican National Committee Chairman in 1973. Bush then held the positions of America's Ambassador to China and Central Intelligence Director. Bush ran for presidency in 1980 but was defeated by Ronald Reagan in the primaries, who later named him Vice President under his administration. Bush served as the Vice President for 8 years. In 1988, Bush succeeded Reagan to become the 41st President of the United States after defeating Michael Dukakis of the Democratic Party. Under his presidency he regulated several foreign policies including military operations in the Persian Gulf and Panama, the 1989 fall of the Berlin Wall, and the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. He was also backed the North American Free Trade Agreement, which led to the trade bloc creation between U.S., Canada and Mexico. Bush lost the 1992 election and was succeeded by Bill Clinton of the Democratic Party. He resigned from office in 1993 but played a pivotal role in the election campaign of his son George W. Bush, who later became the 43rd President of USA in 2000. Barbara met Bush when she was 16 years old during a dance on her Christmas vacation from the boarding school. George was 17 years old at that time and studying at Phillips Academy located in Andover, Massachusetts. The two got engaged after 1.5-year relationship. After high school, George enrolled as a combat pilot for the U.S. Navy and fought in World War II. He and Barbara kept in touch through love letters. He called her Bar and she called him Poppy. In 1944, Barbara dropped out from Smith College after her freshman year. She married Bush in January 1945. The couple lived in Trenton, Michigan, close to Naz Grossa Ila, where Bush was assigned for Navy duty. Together, they had 6 children, 4 sons, George Walker Bush, John Ellis Jeb Bush, Neil Mallon, Pierce Bush, and Marvin Pierce Bush, and daughters Dorothy Bush Koch, H. and Pauline Robinson Robin Bush, who died of leukemia when she was young. I have climbed perhaps the highest mountain in the world, but even that cannot hold a candle to being Barbara's husband, George said about his wife. Barbara stated that having a good, loving husband was a key to a long life. George Bush has given me the world. He is the best, thoughtful and loving, she said. I am still old and still in love with the man I married 72 years ago. Bush was the first Republican president to really understand how important the AIDS issue was, both in the U.S. and Africa. He made great strides to addressing the disease in ways most Republicans would shy away from. If you have liked this video, please press the like button, share and subscribe to the channel.